Hello and welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls, to this week's Astrocast. Woohoo! So this is going to be looking at the week ahead. This is going to be for June, 13th through the 19th. There we go. Thank you guys for it's in the thumbnail. You know what we're here for. So welcome back to my old friends, and hello and welcome to all of my new friends who are here for the first time. I'm going to give like a quick little rundown of what astrocasting is for the unaware, the uninitiated, so we can all start off on the same page. So as you see, we have this, excuse me, oh my god, my asthma, sorry guys. As you can see, take two, we have this lovely circular board in front of us. Divided up into 12 segments. Now these represent the 12 houses of the zodiac and their natural areas of rulership. But I do want to make mention that this will play out differently for each of you based on your own personal astrology. There's such a pretty like yellow black butterfly outside my window. Oh, that's so nice. Maybe it's a sign for someone. Anywho, it is so pretty. Oh my god, now it's getting closer. Oh, it's like they heard. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Okay. Sorry, I've got this. I've got my life together here. Anywho, yes, this will play out differently for you based on your own personal astrology, just as well as the circumstances of your own life journey thus far. If you are interested in an astrocast for yourself, whether this is for a week ahead, month ahead, 6 months ahead, etc. Please feel free to DM me for a custom reading. If I get enough custom order requests or comments on these videos, I will add it as a permanent fixture in my shop. But yes, 12 houses of the zodiac, their natural areas of rulership. We have this little jar, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the side of it, but I just like it so much. Look at this little baby. We have this little jar here of our teeny tiny tarot cards. Look at this little tiny page of wands. Look at him go. Isn't he so cute? Oh my god. So I reach in here blindly and then, kind of shuffle them around and cast them out on the board and interpret the energies of the cards in whatever area of life they fall into. So that is pretty much I don't know why I put the top back on. That is pretty much astrocasting in a nutshell. Yeah, so with that, I think that's everything we all need to know. Let's get started, shall we? I hope you guys are having a great day. All right, bam. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with my eyes shut because I try not to look. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Mercury is no longer retrograde. I think we're still technically in a shadow period, but it's not retrograde anymore, so yay. I know I'm finally turning a corner. My mouth is working appropriately when I go to talk, so that's nice. I don't know what it was for this entire Mercury retrograde. I was just stumbling over my words like you would not believe. Excuse me. Well, you probably would believe it. You guys are sitting and listening to me. So, yeah. Anywho, let's get started. I do want to make mention that, as you can see here, like with this judgment card, when a card is on its side, I take that to be that the energy is in flux. When, as you can see I would definitely say with the Nine of Pentacles here, when the bottom of the card is either entirely or mostly, more than not facing inward toward the center, that to me, I read that as upright. When it's the other way around, I read it as reverse. So that's basically the situation. Okay, nice. Yeah, same thing with the Nine of Cups, where the bottom is mostly facing inward as opposed to facing outward. So we have the Nine of Cups in the 9th house. That's very, very nice. We like this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just going to turn a little more. Bordering the 10th and 11th house, we have the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, you can see the top of the cards facing inward, so reversal. The Four of Cups very solidly reversed in the 10th house. I love this. This is nice. And then, hang on, I'm trying to make sure I keep them where they're supposed to be. Interesting. Okay. Excuse me. I'm trying to decide. So usually when something lands kind of in the middle, I take this to mean this could apply to any or all areas of life, or this is just like a central kind of overarching theme. These two cards are kind of more solidly in the 4th and a little bit of the 5th house. Yeah, that's how I'm going to read them. Okay, sorry, I had to kind of intuitively tune in for a moment. So I want to talk about this good stuff first, because this is, I think, this is pretty schmexy stuff. But yeah, so let me see. First of all, we have, I love that we have these 2 9s here, and these are very positive 9s. Actually, we have another 9, so we have 9 might be a significant number, but also 999 could be a synchronistic number for you, either currently or in the weeks to come. But I feel like there's something here where, hang on, sorry, I'm getting grounded here. Okay, I actually want to talk about this 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups reversed. So there's something here where I feel like these are associated because the 9 of Pentacles is bordering the 11th and 10th house. I'm almost getting that there's something where I feel like, so your 10th house is your legacy, right? It's your career. It's how the public sees you. It's what you've really built for yourself. And you know what I'm almost kind of getting here? I kind of feel like these 3 are intertwined. Excuse me. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I feel like there is something where you kind of started to have a new vision for yourself with this 9 of Cups in the 9th house. I feel like there was a spiritual calling. There was sort of like this understanding of wanting to expand past your current situation, your current circumstances, your current consciousness, and this can apply to career, but I feel like it's a lot more than that, right? You know, and I feel like there's something where, you know, the 9 of Pentacles is about your wish come true, and the 9 of Cups, and then the 9 of Pentacles is really about having that that really good sense of self-worth, right? It's about being financially independent and, you know, being able to like treat yourself. But I also kind of view that 9 of Pentacles as like, you know, she's like a mini version of the Empress, and she's so abundant because she does know her worth. She doesn't settle for anything less. But there's always this tie with the Pentacles suit where it is about your external external material. All right, maybe I was wrong about the retrograde thing. The shadow period. Okay, I'm good now. Okay, I'm good. All right, I'm good now. Sorry, I was going to laugh too hard. Okay. You know, it is about your external material world and your material reality, but it also has a kind of internal correspondence where it's really about how we value, it's about how we value things in general, but how we value ourselves. And this is why the woman on the 9 of Pentacles is so abundant, that she's able to kind of treat herself to these little luxuries. She's financially independent and free, not really reliant on anyone. And the reason why is because she knows how to value herself. She knows how to stand up for her own value, to advocate for herself. And what I feel like is happening definitely with this combination and with these 3 in general is, I know it's a weird thing with the 4 of Cups reversed, but what I'm almost getting is, especially in terms of career or what you want to build for yourself, there is something that I feel like you got an offer, and the offer was good, right? The offer was like, you know, the offer was solid, it was safe, it was secure in a lot of ways, but it didn't really speak to you. I feel like with the 4 of Cups, it's like, maybe, you know, this could be like a job offer where you, because I'm almost kind of getting this energy of like getting an offer from a company, like, right, like, I feel like with the 9 of Cups in the 9th house, there is this recognition of like what you actually really wanted, right? The 9th house can be that kind of Sagittarian energy about going out and seeking and, excuse me, hang on. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. About going out and seeking and, you know, looking to expand your awareness, getting a higher perspective, both spiritually, philosophically, educationally, you know, really growing past your current kind of consciousness, and seeing what else is out there and exposing yourself to new things and all that good mess of stuff, right? And I feel like because we've had a lot of energies in the last few months that have kind of been showing up in the 8th and 9th house areas of life, I kind of feel like this has led you to a new perspective on what it is that you want. And I feel like for this combination, this has to do with like career, or it doesn't have to exclusively be career. I feel like for many of you it is, but this is just kind of how you see yourself and how other people see you, right? And I feel like in those areas of like, excuse me, hang on. Oh my God. Whew, excuse me. In those areas of life, you've really been doing a lot of reevaluation for sure. And I feel like there is something where there is a realization of like, I don't know if I want to be doing what I'm doing. And I feel like this was prompted by kind of being stagnant for many of you in your job, in your career, and kind of sort of taking this as like a sign from the universe to maybe sit and think about what it is that you want for yourself. And maybe many of you kind of came to this conclusion with a 9 of Cups in the 9th house that like, oh, I don't know if I want to be doing this anymore. Like, I think I might want something different, right? Because this is about your wishes at a very personal level, right? As opposed to like the 10 of Cups, which is your total emotional fulfillment, happy home, happy family, good friends surrounding you, things like that. I like how I said it really dismissively. Yeah, that stuff. It's beautiful. I love the 10 of Cups. But the 9 of Cups is more like, it's a wish comes true, and it's something that just matters to you, right? Where you're like, yes, I thought this would be good. I thought this is what I wanted, and this would be satisfying, and it is. It is satisfying. Yes. Sorry. I don't know. It's make me think of one of my nephews who is now a teenager in the making. But when he was little, we were all at a baseball game and he was crawling under the seats. He's a toddler and he was like crawling under the seats and exploring. And he was just having a good time. You just hear him from under one of the seats go, "It is a real cave." And I don't know, it just made me think of that. It was just so sweet. I love him. He's wonderful. Anyway, little story time aside. Excuse me. But yeah, that's that thing of like, I thought this would be good, and it is. It is that satisfying. It is a real cave. And I kind of feel like you've been doing this work of figuring out what is really going to, reevaluating what's going to be good for you, what's going to be satisfying for you. It may very well be that you've been kind of focused on reaching a certain goal, kind of getting the brass ring here, or like, supporting other people, or it's just like the focus has been elsewhere. I feel like you haven't stopped. I feel like it's been a long time since you've stopped to ask yourself in terms of like career, life purpose, life calling, where you've stopped to ask yourself, does this make me happy? What do I want to do here? What do I want to, we all have those moments where we kind of like remember like, oh my God, this is my life. Like, I may as well make it something I really want to experience. I want to enjoy. I want to, right? We all have that moment where we're like, oh my God, what am I doing? And I kind of feel like you've had a few of those moments, and this has kind of led you to sort of maybe thinking about what it is that you want. And I feel like for many of you, it's almost this energy of like kind of reevaluating, and maybe you are sort of starting to look around for different jobs, or starting to really like plan your next moves about, maybe if you wanted to go back to school and do something totally different. Excuse me, because they're showing me the symbol for a U-turn. So I feel like this is something where, this is something that's been on your mind for a while. Maybe you've been making plans. Maybe you started kind of moonlighting, doing what it is that you love, or maybe it is like it's that you started kind of taking classes at night or something like that. There's something where you started moving in a new direction, or you're planning it out. And I feel like that's when this offer has come in or comes in, because it might be coming in within the next week, or it's already come in and you're contemplating it from wherever it is that you currently are, right? So this is like a company in particular, they're offering you that promotion that you finally wanted. If this is a career field, you get contacted about like, oh, I saw your resume and we have a position at our company. Do you think you might be interested? Now you kind of have to decide, do I go further with what I've done it's good? I don't feel like it's something you hate. I feel like it's fine. But I feel like you've kind of come to this realization that maybe fine isn't good enough for your life. Maybe fine isn't what you want to, maybe the word fine isn't what you want to be the descriptor for the next chapter. And now I feel like you're in this period of making a decision, or you've had to make a decision. Because I do also see this here with the Judgment card. We have decision-making cards here and here, right? And there's this for some of you, just because the second house can talk about your material well-being and your job and your finances and your career. For some of you, you have yet to make this decision. And this also can be a decision of like, I decided I wanted to go back to school. Like I really wanted to do that. But you haven't like made the final judgment call. There's a fear of like taking the leap. And you're all going to be at different places on this journey, but for some of you, this is absolutely career related, and you've either already made this decision and turned down this offer, I feel like, and even though this is usually not about, this is, the Four of Cups reverse can be about kind of finally seeing the value in something and taking an offer. I feel like it's not that. I feel like for you guys, you either feel called to sort of go in a new direction, excuse my burp, or you have already started moving in that direction. And I feel like if you've already made this decision, I feel like, this decision comes from this place of self-love, of really investing in yourself. And I feel like for some, if you've already kind of made this decision, you're going to have a friend come in with this like 9 of Pentacles bordering the 10th and 11th house. You're going to have a friend or a supporter or somebody who is going to help guide you through the immediate next steps, kind of come in and like either commend you on, your decision, or be like, like let's say this could be like a coworker at the place that at the company you were working for, and they're like, hey, I heard that you quit, and they want to talk to you about it. Maybe when you tell them what you're going to go do instead, they're like, that sounds awesome. I'd love to help. Or, oh, I have a cousin who does that. Do you want me to put you in contact with them? Something like that, right? Like somebody's going to come in and, excuse me, lend some support. This woman's got a bird, which usually signifies her freedom, but I'm almost getting this is a message that comes to you. So it's like somebody comes in to offer, like, again, it's like a very like short-lived kind of support or guidance through the immediate next steps. And that spirit kind of coming in to help affirm your decision. And also too, because the third house can talk about communication, particularly on social media, and actually as can the 11th house. So for some of you, if you've already made this decision, for some of you, you might be kind of doubting your decision that you made. And this message is coming in to help kind of let you know, like, okay, no, you're on the right path. Similarly, if you're trying to make a decision, again, we have 2 decision-making cards here. This one is about being unable to make a decision, right? Indecision, and it's being like mostly upright. And this one is the needing to make a choice, and it's on its side, meaning the energy is in flux. So for some of you, you're still trying to make this decision. You might get information about this that kind of helps you feel better about the decision that you have made. So I really do like to see that. And for some of you too, I feel like I said, you've made this decision, and whether you're getting that extra message of support or not, with this combination, actually this combination in general, but these 2 in particular, I feel like go together. With this combination, you're feeling good about it, even if you don't have like, it's like this offer was made and you knew that it wasn't what you wanted. It wasn't enough for you, and you turned it down. And you're kind of like feeling good about it. You're like, you know what? I'm on my way. I'm on my way to truly creating, excuse me, my abundance, my happiness, the life I wanted. Like this combination is beautiful, beautiful. This is like you getting what you want, and it's very personal to you. And so for some of you, you made the judgment call, and it's like, I don't know how it's going to move forward. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm trusting in myself. I trust in the universe. I trust that I deserve to live a life that I am excited about. I just trust that I trust that I deserve to live a life that makes me happy to get up and, put my feet on the ground in the morning, and I'm going to follow that. I'm going to follow that happiness. And the thing about the 9 of Pentacles too, because it always follows the 8 of Pentacles, like you're not afraid to work hard for this, right? You're not afraid to do the work. You're not afraid to make the climb. But there's I feel like you had this recognition not long ago of if I'm not afraid to do the work, I'm not afraid of making, putting in the time, the effort, the labor, why am I not putting this into something that I want? So that way at the end of this, I have cultivated something that is gratifying to me, that's satiating, right? Like if I'm gonna put in all that work and time and effort anyway, I may as well put it into something that I want to, something I can look back on in my life and be like, yep, I did it. Like that was for me. That's how I wanted to spend this life, right? So I do kind of see that here. I almost am feeling a separate message as well for the Nine of Cups in the ninth house, just on its own, not related to this other message. Some of you, I feel like you're getting the opportunity to travel or to like go expand your horizons. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a permanent fixture of your life. It feels like this is like an adventure that you're going to go have. And this doesn't have to be a literal adventure. This can be like, maybe you want to take up a new hobby. So you like sign up for like a 5-week course, or like, excuse me, you have a business trip I'm kind of getting. I could see that here. Or like, I'm hearing the word conference. So maybe you're going to like a conference, something like that. It's like this little short-lived thing, but it is like, it's going to be so satisfying to you. You might be aware of this or not. So like, let's say you have an offer from work to go, to go to, to go to a conference, and it's in a city you've always wanted to visit, and you're like, oh my God, yes, this is awesome. So like, there's something where it's like a little thing like that, or you get the opportunity to go like learn a skill set, and it's like something that, you have wanted to learn for a really long time, or it's in a place that you wanted to go for a while, or like, this might be something where you get there and you start doing whatever this skill set is, and you like find out you love it. But there's something where it's like, just like this really nice, like, this opportunity to expand your horizons in a way that is really satiating to you, makes you very happy, right? Very satisfying personally. And this might be something that you're already aware of, like, this would make you happy, or when you get into it, you love it. Like, let's say you have like a close friend, and they want to go to, I don't know, they want to take up a new, they want to start doing like a dance class, and you go to support them, but then you actually end up loving it. There's something like that where it's like, okay, yeah, I'll go do this, and then you end up like falling in love with this thing. But with this Nine of Cups in the ninth house, I do feel like you might either be getting word of this week. For some of you, you've already signed up for it, because I'm almost getting it with this Ace of Swords reverse and the Nine of Swords, is like, you may have already signed up for it, and now you're kind of like, shit, I already agreed to go do this, and you don't want to do it anymore. But Spirit really wants to just say, like, just go for it. You're going to have a great time. You're going to have a really, really fun time. So I am kind of seeing that here as its own separate message. Now I want to talk about these bad boys right here. For some of you, you are making decisions about where you want to live. And I say that because we have second house here, fourth house here being bordered. And you're trying to make decisions about where to live. Again, we have two cards here, and the way they're positioned both indicate indecision, waiting for a decision to be made, or struggling to trust the decisions that you've made, right? So maybe you made a choice, and now you're kind of doubting it, and you're sort of feeling stuck of like, oh no, what do I do? Especially if you made a choice, and then there's like a little bit of time between when you made the decision and when things finally move forward. So you might kind of feel like you're just sort of like a sitting duck for a little bit. So I do see that some of you are making decisions about where you want to live, and there's a little bit of fear, a little bit of trepidation. Again, because we have this Ace of Swords reversed and the Nine of Swords upright. This is anxiety, sleepless nights. I almost said fearless nights. Whoops. If I ever become have my own little action hero novel series where I'm the main character, that's definitely going to be it. It's going to be like Sinessa, Sleepless or Fearless Nights. Excuse me. Oh my God, making me chuckle. I'm having a silly day today, you guys. But this combination is like, you're either waiting for a new beginning, you're waiting for news, you're waiting for that breakthrough, and you're nervous about it. So having it kind of come in with this other swords card, it's like you might, in this situation, you might have made a choice and now you're doubting it because it's like you haven't seen, the new beginning hasn't started yet. Or maybe you you applied for something that would require you to move, or applied for like a loan for a house, and you haven't heard anything back yet, and now you're like, oh no, did I make the right choice? Or it's like you made a choice and now you're waiting for somebody else to make a choice. So you made a choice to apply for a loan for a house, now you're waiting to hear back to see if you were chosen. Or you put in an offer for a house, now you're waiting to hear back to see if that your offer got selected. So yeah, I do see that for some of you. There is something about housing here, because the third house, as I've mentioned before, can kind of talk about communication. And because we have this Ace of Swords reversed, I feel like for a lot of you, whatever this situation is, you're waiting for communication to either choose you, or like make a choice of some sort, or to affirm a decision that you've made. And I do see that there's a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. For some of you, you're trying to make a decision about like where you're gonna live, or something regarding family or people who are like family to you. And it's like you can't choose, and there's a lot of stress around it. You might go back and forth and like kind of make a choice and then doubt yourself and go back on it. But there's like a lot of stress around this. You might be waiting for somebody else to make a decision and it's just not happening, and you're like, ah. And I do kind of feel like I want to pull a card for all of this mishigas. Ooh, okay, cool. We have the Empress, and then, sorry, I've got my eyes closed, and it's hard for me. I don't know why it's hard for me to talk with my eyes closed. It really shouldn't be. I'm also trying to select the cards. Okay. And then, yeah, okay, we have the Page and the Knight of Swords. Okay. So because also we have a lot of third house energy too, we have the Page and the Knight of Swords. This could involve a sibling for sure. So many swords, a lot of mental energy, kind of all up in that shit. Especially too, because the Empress can be a motherhood energy. We have Taurus and Libra, so more air energy. So this could have to do with your family. You know, you could be waiting to hear something about a mother figure, or you could be waiting to hear if you are going to be a mother. So that could be something that you're kind of waiting on, and you're like waiting to get news. Like I said, this also could have to do with a sibling, just because we have two court cards of different ages, or, you know, I guess I'll say levels, of the same suit. I will also say too, the Page of Swords he's the little spy of the tarot, but he's the social media kiddo of the tarot. So there might be something where you're waiting to hear news through your social media accounts or through electronic media. And if you notice, like I pulled them out like this, and the Page is facing this way, and the sword is, the Knight is, the Knight is coming in from behind him, so he's not seeing this. I do feel like there is information coming in for you. It might not happen this week, but it is coming in very, very soon. So I'm almost getting like 7 to 9. So it might be where it's like the very end of the week, or, you know, just past the week is when you finally get this news. But coming out with the Empress, I think this is really nice. You might be waiting to hear about a project. This is something where you've really manifested this for yourself. I feel like it's going to be a very abundant situation, a very abundant opportunity. If you've been trying to conceive, that's likely very, going to be a very positive thing. Like you're gonna, you end up getting good news. For some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this, for some of you, you're pregnant and you're like right up on your due date. Your due date might be this week, and it's like not, it might not be happening, and you're like, oh my God, why? But it's gonna happen like right after you get past the week. But whatever this is for you, and for some of you also too, like I said, it can have to do with your career, and you have to make a decision, and there's the biggest thing to know here is that there is a decision that has been made or needs to be made, whether by you or someone else or both. And there is a gap between that decision being made and that new beginning coming in for you, right? That new start, that fresh start coming in for you, or the news confirming your decision, right? Or like that sigh of relief that allows you to breathe out. And there's a lot of anxiety about it, but what the main message here is that you will hear word. It might take just like a teeny tiny bit longer. You will hear the news that you need to hear though. And I feel like with the Empress coming out, this is going to be something that you are more than satisfied with the results. It's kind of like this, like, oh my God, did I botch this? Did I make the wrong choice? And it's like you get confirmation and then some. you know, you're gonna be sitting pretty by the end. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I had nothing to worry about, right? So maybe this is something where it's taken a little bit longer than you thought, where you kind of had to like make a big bold decision, and you were kind of like, shit, did I just mess that up? Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not hearing anything. It doesn't look like, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to get it. I'm not, you know, things aren't moving forward. And then, because again, the page is looking this way, and then bam, this information comes in, this, you know, communication comes in. Things move forward very, very quickly, and you're going to be really happy with the results. You're going to be like, oh my God, wow, I had nothing to worry about. I aced that shit. No pun intended. So yeah, there's a lot of, I feel like this week there's a lot of, you know, varying levels of trepidation followed by confirmation. And again, if this doesn't happen this week, this might be like just past the limits this week. I'm thinking like 7 to 9 days. So just stay patient, right? The Empress, she's pregnant, so like things take time. But you will end up birthing into your reality exactly what it is that you wanted to. So, and more. I think that is just about everything that I'm seeing here for the week ahead. I hope this has been helpful. I'm wishing you guys the best, the brightest, and the most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.